Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson, and I'm getting ready to update you on some smoke this weekend. Increasing smoke amounts coming across the valley as we head into the weekend. Chance of some severe storms getting more refined. HutchesWeather.com will keep you up to date with the very latest. Anytime, anywhere, a little update to the interactive radar that we have there on Hutch's Weather. Give me your feedback in the comments below on when you like to use HutchesWeather.com, and your forecast is coming up right now. But first, my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons want to say thank you to first responders, firefighters, police officers, EMTs, hospital staff. We appreciate and support all of you. Thanks for your service. Find out how you can get up to $400 off. Call Robert Gibbons Sons today for details on this. Now, as we take a look at the visible satellite, a couple of things. You see this hazy look here? Well, skies are clear, but we have some pretty thick smoke. Most of this in the upper layers of the atmosphere. It's making its way all the way south through eastern portions of South Dakota, Nebraska, and it's on its way down to the Gulf as we head into the weekend. And some of this smoke snaking its way down the high plains as well into parts of Colorado where we see some thunderstorms developing there. Little weather wiggle working its way through the north and the west as we head into the weekend. This is actually going to mix more of that smoke down to the surface. And as this system works its way through, our chance of some dense smoke will really increase. I'll show you more on that smoke forecast right now. In fact, let's get right to it. Here is a look at some of the values of air quality. So air quality index is what we use, and basically we're measuring particulates in the lower level of the atmosphere near the surface. And to do that, we'll take a look at a couple of different maps here, but map number one, let's see if we can find that over here. I just put this one together, is basically data from the EPA. So let me see here. Where did I put that? There it is. Okay. I know it's here. I just made it. There it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Environmental Protection Agency measuring air quality. Now, if you see green dots, the air quality is good. Notice in Fargo and Grand Forks, it's green, but we see some increased particulate levels as we go to other parts of the region, particularly as we go into parts of Manitoba and Saskatchewan heading into our Friday night. So as we zoom across the map just a little bit, you'll get the feel for some of these increased values. It's just now kissing the North Dakota border up there near Estevan. Some of the nastiest readings right now are in the Regina area where we see these purple levels here. This is hazardous air quality with air quality indices that are above 300 as we take a look at the scale. We have Saskatoon with quite a bit and Calgary with quite a bit. So quite a few fires up in portions of Canada, and that will be working its way down south. We still have some fires burning in the Arrowhead of Minnesota, as you see the fire icons here. The EPA, a U.S. agency keeping track of the United States fires, so we can show you the locale of those, and we do have increased levels there. Now, there's another site I like to use to look at some levels. Notice we don't get as many readings up from the northern parts of the valley or portions of North Dakota. So now we're going to switch over and take a look at another air quality map here, and let me pull this one up here. Now, this one is from a company called Purple Air, and let's take a look at some of the readings that we have here. 100 plus as we look into Duluth, and as we get into parts of Winnipeg here, Manitoba seeing some enhanced amounts here. Unhealthy for some when we start seeing these orange levels work their way in. The deep orange colors and reds, it starts becoming hazardous, particularly if you have extended periods of time outdoors. So keep that in mind. And where the fires are the most close, basically up here by Regina, we have levels that are topping the charts, over 300 and over 400 on the scale out there as we head into the afternoon. Some of that air is heading our way. Here's a look at the forecast, and we'll hop right onto that. Right now, taking a look at the smoke amounts. If you have a question, hi Tracy, watching from Lake Brunson. Good to have you on board tonight. Now let's take a look at this. We're going to look at the surface smoke. So what you saw on the visible satellite, this is a look at the vertically integrated smoke from the ground up. So as you look through the deep layer of the atmosphere, this is showing that we have quite a bit of smoke over Fargo, and that's why we have the pall in the sky, and that's why we also can see it on the visible satellite. But when we look at what the near surface values are, what mixes down to the ground, we see a different story. We're not smelling that deep, thick smoke in Fargo yet. Maybe a little bit of that up to the north, and particularly near Winnipeg. Arrowhead of Minnesota, indeed. Here's the big batch, and now watch what happens as we set this into motion. And what we're going to notice with this is that it really does get worse as we go through our Saturday. So tonight we'll have a chance for some smoke making its way down to the ground here in northwest and western parts of Minnesota. The main event coming in from Canada and Regina as we head into the evening hours tonight. Now, if you're running in the marathon first thing in the morning, there will be some smoke, but it won't be the worst on Saturday here in the valley. Notice it will be terrible up here with air quality indices that'll be unhealthy for many with prolonged exposure. If you have respiratory illness, you'll really want to avoid outdoor exposure in this kind of sludge that'll be in the air. Now, as we go through Saturday, I also have a feeling that this big, thick layer of smoke that will be in the upper layers of the atmosphere and the lower will impact our temperatures a bit as well. I don't think we'll be quite as warm as some of the models are saying. Now, as we head into Saturday night, that's when our levels here in Fargo get a little worse. So for marathon runners, just pay attention to this because it does look like the worst of the conditions will not arrive until later in the evening. We're talking about dinner time. After that, though, as we head into your Sunday, notice these terrible looking levels will be with us, and some of the highest levels will come as that cold front moves through on Monday. Just before, we'll see a lot of that smoke mixing down to the ground before it gets washed out by our showers and thunderstorms. So for more on that, let's take a quick look at this hour by hour forecast, and let's go back and take a look at the European model going into early next week. We've been talking about this chance of storms on I've been seeing it on the European model both on Monday and then reforming on Tuesday. Now the European model is agreeing more with the American model, and it's sweeping this out on Monday night. So by the time we get to the drive time, the storms are through here. So the best chance of showers and storms will be between noon and 5 p.m. when you're heading home from work. And yes, there is a risk for some severe weather as we see this system work its way through. As we go into Tuesday morning, the best chance of showers sweeps down into southern Minnesota. This should rid most of our smoky skies, but we will have a northwest flow behind it, so we could get some of that mixing back down to the ground as well after that front makes its way through. So that is a quick peek at your forecast facts. Now let's get to the digits for your Saturday. Temperatures will be on the up and up as we close out spring, and meteorological summer begins here quite shortly. So let's get right to it. For your night tonight, I expect overnight temperatures to be very mild, near 60 degrees, near 65 up north, 55 in War Road. How about Brainerd, 60 degrees, Fergus Falls, 60, and out near Bismarck, same thing. That smoke will be entering northern and central parts of our North Dakota counties as we head into your Saturday morning. And by the afternoon, it will be very dense smoke across most of North Dakota. It will be even filling into the valley. We will have some smoke, as you saw on the forecast model, across portions of western Minnesota. Temperatures for your Saturday afternoon, 83 Fargo, 85 your snapshot temperature at 5 o'clock for our Grand Forks viewers. Look at the real thick smoke impacting temperatures behind that little weather wiggle that'll be wobbling through for Saturday. You cool off into the mid 70s for many of you, and we'll just put unhealthy smoke here, and then heading into your Sunday, we'll have a better chance of that here in the valley. Your weekend forecast shows warmer still on Sunday, still smoky skies. Smoke could be at its worst early Monday before that cold front moves through, with the chance of severe storms. I'll be monitoring that. Afterwards, a nice, cool, and refreshing slap of Canadian air. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of smoke included with it as well, but hopefully this cold front will sweep some of it out of here. All in all, we're looking at temperatures that'll be in the low to mid 70s and a few upper 70s returning for late next week. That is a look at your weather. I wanted to share with you some photos that were uploaded, and there were some dandies across the area as we take a look at hutchesweather.com. On hutchesweather.com, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see the photo upload section here. And if you go ahead and hit the view the gallery button right here, you'll get some of the latest photos. And what a beautiful scene here. There's 2, 3, 4 spectacular ones right up top. Tiffany capturing this from the Fargo area. Look at those golden skies. And do you know what? Our sunset tonight will be even more better. The colors will be astounding thanks to all the junk in the atmosphere that typically creates a very deep orange and deep red sunset. Check this view out of the Northern Lights. Wade, thanks for taking the time to upload this spectacular view on a flight between Denver and Fargo. Last night, oh my goodness, that was something else. And thank you so much to all of you who've taken the time to upload your photos to hutchesweather.com. I'll keep you posted. We'll have an update a little bit later. But for now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. You have yourself a wonderful Friday, and we'll talk again very